Leo and Taurus sexual and intimacy compatibility. The sexual relationship between a Taurus and a Leo can be in a way exhausting for both of them. This is mostly due to the fact that they can both be lazy. While Taurus likes to lie down and enjoy being loved, Leo likes to lie down and be served and taken care of. It is in the nature of both signs to spend time in a horizontal position, and it might be hard for them to agree on who is to be on top. When motivated, they can both be excellent lovers that put a lot of energy into their sexual activities, but with one another, their sex life will most likely become a battle for personal satisfaction and rest. Their best possibility of a healthy sex life would be the one where both partners have already built their sexual identity and know how to satisfy themselves. In this case, sensual Taurus would take care of their Leo partner, while passionate Leo would bring excitement into their relationship. In this scenario, they would both take care of their own personal needs, aware that they need to commit to their partner's satisfaction in order for a relationship to work. In general, they are a feminine and a masculine sign, and share a similar need for personal satisfaction. If they don't end up in a clinch in which they both have expectations and won't move until they are met, they could have a very rewarding sex life. After all, they are just two different sides of love, joy, and life in color. 50%. Leo and Taurus trust. As two fixed signs, they are most likely to stand on their own 2 feet when it comes to telling the truth. They understand that honesty is the base of any relationship that might last, and if they fall in love, none of them will want to jeopardize their future together. If, however, one of them has a habit to lie or cheat that they have developed in their previous relationships, they will probably continue the same behavior in this one. It is of utmost importance that both of them develop their personalities and moral boundaries independently in order for them to be functional together. Their main problem could be the lack of will on any side to change behavioral patterns that might arise. In case one of them believes that the other one could change, time could consume them through a sense of distrust that builds with disappointment because change doesn't occur. 60%. Leo and Taurus communication and intellect. They are in luck because they are ruled by Venus and the Sun, both warm and with a tendency to be close to one another, because when it comes to their interests and their intellectual understanding, they could drive each other out of their minds. It is hard to say who will be more annoying to whom. While Taurus holds on to their practical perspective, Leo holds on to their ego, and a conflict with no solution is born. Their fixed natures will make them hold on to their side however stupid it might be, with no actual intent of reconciliation. They both need someone with a not-so-rigid approach if they want to find the middle ground. Taurus will find a mutual language with Leo through their usual, materializing role. Any creative impulse of Leo could be followed by the realization plan thought out by their Taurus partner, if only they shared enough emotions to have patience for each other. Their creative strength is the strength of a Venus in combination with Sun, so we could say with certainty that they would create something in image of universal love. 5%. Leo and Taurus emotions. Taurus is a deeply emotional sign, in case they don't close up and live in their own little, safe material world. Leo is a passionate sign that represents love as a power of creation and all we feel gravity toward. They are both a personification of love, each one of them in their own way. When they get together, they will rarely feel this love for one another. Maybe we could view this as their mission to give love to the less fortunate zodiacal signs, or maybe their emotional nature has to give more and receive less. Whatever the reason, in most cases they simply don't fall in love with each other. There is a great possibility that they will simply stay in their own worlds, with no prospects of merging even in something close to a friendship. This is not because they don't like each other or feel some sort of hostility, but because they are like two islands in two different oceans. Each of them has their own nature, their own world with all its beauties, and they need someone closer to this world they hold on to. None of them has the role of a floating island in search for someone to merge with. If emotions are shared, they could be huge, but there would still be the issue of showing and recognizing them before we imagine a fairy tale. 20%. Leo and Taurus values. Taurus and Leo have different views on value itself. While Taurus values financial security and material beauty, Leo values everything shiny, bravery and someone's inner fire. There is a piece to Taurus that Leo doesn't want to understand, for it seems like a boring place to visit. Leo values peace, too, but for them it is hidden in a different, much more joyful place or in public, such as peace between entire countries and continents. To Taurus, Leo may seem like someone to strike a pose and have no depth at all, and although depth is not one of their primary values, it is still a very important one. They find nothing interesting in people without essence, and neither does Leo, thinking of Taurus and how they don't open up to share anything deep. 1%. Leo and Taurus shared activities. Shared activities are very easy for both of them to find. Either they will lie down, sleep, eat and cuddle, or they will separate and do things without each other. Taurus is inert and loves to spend time on their couch while the rain outside falls and they hear nothing but the sound of a fireplace. Leo is guided by their nature, and a lion does sleep for 20 hours a day and plays for the rest of it. Even the fiercest of lions wait for their lioness to serve their food. The problem will occur when Taurus sets up a romantic image and Leo falls asleep, but this is still a scenario that could work. Their outside activities can be fun for both of them if they go out to fancy restaurants. This is where Leo can be seen, and act as a gallant person that deserves the best, while Taurus could enjoy really good food. Other than these, they probably won't have that many activities to share, but if they are not stubborn, they could enjoy everything that is not too demanding and physical together. 40%. Summary. The relationship of Taurus and Leo could be aggressively challenging if not for their warm natures ruled by Venus and the Sunday. Although they are both signs of fixed quality with entirely different natures, if they gather enough patience before they enter their relationship, they have a chance to become your archetypal couple of a girl and a boy. When their masculine and feminine principles are in balance, they can use them to mend their sexual, intellectual, and financial circumstances and really enjoy each other. 29%.